MOTAT's Victorian village. Please take a step back in time with me to the late 1800s. This is Errol. He's a blacksmith. He makes and mends all kinds of useful stuff for the village, like horseshoes, cartwheels, even horse harnesses. Here you go, mate.
There we go, thank you there, Paul.
He works in this building called a forge or a smithy. It's one room with a fireplace, a bellow, and anvils. It's also a warm place for a little bit of gossip. What do you got for me today?
Right up in the corner here. Can you see them scarpering past? Go and check it out for me, lad.
Today, the 13th day of March, this man, Charles Quincy, is accused of stealing the bricks that were to become the church's new chimney to keep us warm this winter. Some of the bricks were found on the front lawn of his cottage as myself and my good lady wife Sarah were taking our morning walk.
It is not true.
This is Sergeant Samuel Thompson of the 49th Foot Regiment. He retired from the British Army after 20 years of loyal service, then enlisted in the Royal New Zealand Fencibles. His cottage and living expenses were free, and in return it was his job to protect the village. As you can see to the left of him, these are called stocks. They were often used for minor crimes, and the public often threw rotten fruit at the criminal. Oh, we'll see if he's guilty.
I like that.
Gas lamps were just invented in 1865. Before that, the villagers only had candles. Candles were made from mutton fat, pig fat, and beeswax. And they smelt pretty bad too.
What a good idea. Do not worry, husband. I have a plan to free you. Sergeant.
Elizabeth, here's a sad day to see your husband in the stocks and you left to tend the cottage.
But he is not guilty.
I'm sure you'd like to believe that, but the bricks for the church chimney were found on your very land.
But you do not believe my Charles would steal from the church?
It appears that he did.
Then keep him in the stocks if you must. But please, just let me feed him this bread and butter.
Cannot have a prisoner being fed.
But I have brought plenty for you too. Husband, let me rub this butter on your wrists and on your neck, and you can slip yourself out.
Don't fret, woman. I'll be a free man soon enough when they've realised their mistake.
They will not. You must free yourself.
They will free me.
The butter on this bread is from heaven.
It is my poor husband that grows the herbs that the cow eats, that makes the sweet creamy butter.
But your husband is a criminal.
Please see to it.
Yes, Captain.
Drive on.
Good morning, Sergeant.
Hello, Joseph. How are things at the pump house?
Just wonderful. The pump house is home to a truly remarkable piece of steam engineering.
So we can expect running water into our village any day now?
Yes, very soon you'll be able to throw your buckets away. But I must go and check on progress. Good morning to you.
This is the chapel of the Good Shepherd. On Saturday nights, the villagers would bathe, and on Sunday mornings, they'd come to church wearing their best clothes. The church was built from money raised by the villagers, and the seats or pews donated by families, and the family's name put on the pew. Above the altar, a stained glass window.
Isn't it so sad about the widow Blake losing her baby?
Yes, well, maybe she should have given her baby more air and sunshine.
This is Frances. You saw her in the chapel earlier praying. She's 10 years old and her mum is really sick. She just gave birth to Alfred last week. He only lived for 2 days. But in 1865, about 4 out of every 10 children died before the age of 2.
Goodbye, Mrs. Blake. Oh, good morning, Frances. How are you feeling?
Still very sad.
Well, you remember you're always welcome at our home.
Thank you.
Goodbye, my dear.
Husband,
Sarah,
you must get me more of this butter. Where did it come from?
Elizabeth Quincy made it.
Is her husband still in the stocks?
Yes, he is.
Then she has no need of it. Tell her we want more. You're a sergeant. Tell her it is her punishment for having such an unfortunate husband as Charles Quincy.
I'll see what I can do.
Governor,
Elizabeth, we've heard about your butter.
you have?
Yes, we've heard about its sweetness
And you would like some?
Oh,
We
yes,
would.
we'd very much like some, please. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Drive on.
Oh, she's run out.
Oh, dear.
We'll see about that.
Ooh.
I stole the bricks.
Why?
I wanted to talk to God, so I built a ladder.
And did you talk to him?
No.
Why is there no butter?
Because my husband grows the herbs that feeds the cow that makes the sweet creamy butter. And my husband is still in the stocks.
In that case, we shall free him.
Well, what did you want to say to him?
I wanted to ask him to bring my little baby brother back.
Release him!
Very well, Governor.
Oh, husband. Would George Alfred have lived if he'd have been left out in the air more?
No, he would have died just the same. It was the water that killed him.
What does Joseph mean? Well, all the water in the village comes from a nearby river, and that's all good except all the dirty water gets put back into the river, including their pans from the outhouse. See, Victorians didn't understand that drinking dirty water could make you sick, and many of them died from a disease called cholera. But thanks to real-life engineers like William Errington, in 1877, a pump house was built to bring clean water to this village and Auckland. Hello, children. Slates and pencils out, please. I have 3 questions for you today, and the first question is, what disease did most children die from? What disease did most children die from? It begins with C. Any ideas? Okay. Your second question is, what were candles made from? There's 3 ingredients. What were candles made from? Still no ideas. Well, your third question is, what were stocks used for? And some of you may have used them. What were stocks used for? Well, these guys don't seem to have any idea, but if you guys at home do, please email us the answers to answers@motat.org.nz.